Hey everyone, it's Yvonne Emil Elizondo again. Here I am with a quick astrology update for the week of, I don't even know what week it is. Yes, from the 31st, today, the 31st. I know it's the 31st because I paid my bills today. Fun. So it's from the 31st until the 6th, so January 31st to February the 6th. All right. I think it was last week, I did a video about some oracle cards and some journaling, and I got some really good feedback. So what I think I'm going to do is, as I start my astrology updates, I think I'm going to pull one of these beautiful Kyle Gray angel guide oracle cards. And let's just see if we can tap into, get some guidance from the cards about what the week's going to look like. The astrology really does look much better than it has the last few weeks. So yay, that's always good news. So let's just kind of pull the card here. And again, this is from Kyle Gray. I love his stuff. Okay, all right, so we're just going to pull the top card, and it's going to be, oh, look at this one. Power and intention. All right, so power and intention. All right, so this week, this is a really good card for this week because I really do think that it's going to be a lot of intention setting this week. The majority of what we see in the astrology is really the moon, dancing around the zodiac, and the moon is an activator. And so, the majority of the activations are really more prone to emotion. But the moon represents our perception of life, how we view life, right? And as a result of how we view life, I'm looking at these pretty birdies. I swear, I need to move and not do these videos in front of my window because every single time I get like distracted. But the moon represents our emotions, right? Because our perception of our experience equates to how we're going to feel or how we're going to respond to life. So it's our emotional default. And the moon, as it waxes and wanes, right? Because of those emotions, we tend to either by default set intentions, okay? Or if we're really tuned in, then we use it intentionally, which is what intentions mean, right? There is an intent to manifest something. And I don't mean just manifest in the physical sense. I mean, manifest, bring into your life, be a part of, experience something. So I think this is a really beautiful card to start off with for the week. All right, so let's see. So today is the 31st, and I don't have graphs today, so I'm just going to do this very, very quickly, just kind of looking at my notes here before I forget. But the 31st, we really just have, it was early this morning, so there's still a resonance of it, but still we have the moon in Mercury is completely opposing Neptune in Pisces. Now, when we have Neptune in Pisces, I don't typically follow Neptune as a ruler in Pisces per se, but I do feel that it's a stronger energy in Pisces. And so Neptune is that on a higher vibration. It's that very spiritual, very insightfully connected, that's what I'm looking for, insightfully connected type of energy, because Pisces is water and there's a spiritualness that comes along with Pisces. But on a lower expression, it can be super idealistic and maybe even create some fogginess, and the inability to really see past what's in front of us. And when the moon in Virgo, that's an earth sign, kind of zaps, Neptune in Pisces, we may have a bit of a struggle trying to really find our grounding, which is what Virgo wants to do. And we can maybe over-analyze or kind of break things down, where Neptune wants to be really just kind of like, the hippie from, like the 60s. And the moon in Virgo is like, no, I'm the accountant and I'm going to take note of every single thing that you've done. So there may be a struggle between the overall picture and essence versus the details of that day. For Monday, though, what we do start to see on Monday the 1st, so in bulk, okay, those of you that may have a little bit of, pagan-y practice like myself, in bulk started a few days ago, but technically it's February 1st and 2nd. And what we really want to appreciate about the 1st of February is the Virgo moon, once again, makes a really pretty trine, dances beautifully with Venus in Capricorn. Again, I said in my previous videos that Venus in Capricorn is very practical. It's grounded. She wants love, but she wants it more from a beautiful, like traditional perspective. She's not like loosey-goosey. That's not her style. So, there may be that ability to connect with yourself, okay, but also with the world, you know, at large, because the moon in Virgo, earth sign, and Capricorn, Venus, earth sign. So there's that real easiness of going about that. But another aspect is the sun in Aquarius, which is an air sign. Aquarius is not a water sign, it's an air sign, makes a square, okay, Kung Fu fighting, with Mars in Taurus. Now, this is where it can get a little heated, maybe a little agitated, a little aggravated. Your energy may feel like you want to express yourself, but you're not expressing yourself in the best way possible. You may find that you're trying to run over people and putting yourself out there, and that's not always a positive thing. So really be cautious about Monday and, you know, that energy. You may be the one that's running over people, or you may accidentally get run over by somebody else. Okay. So there may be that friction between how you're using your energy and where you want to place your energy, right? So be cautious of that. Taurus is an earth sign again, and it's slow to get going. And so you may feel like, okay, I want to do this. I want to connect with the masses. I want to connect. I want to network, which is what Aquarius is. I want to focus on the logistics of it, but the highlight is there. But Mars and Virgo is like, I want to do this, but I want to do it on my terms. So you may come across that type of energy on Monday. On Tuesday, which is Groundhog Day, right here in the US, we are, you know, I don't really know if other countries celebrate Groundhog Day. Do they? I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyhow, the moon does pretty well, but then it comes into a square again, a 90-degree angle with Kung Fu fighting. The moon is in Libra at this point. It's transitioned from Virgo into Libra, an air sign. And the moon in Libra is like very justice oriented, very fairness, very in the mind, you know, tries to look at both sides, but sometimes has a difficult tart. Oh, shoot. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde. I completely forgot to talk about that, which we will in just a second. The moon in Libra, it tends to have a difficult time sometimes picking sides or making a decision. It can come across like that, mostly because it's always trying to please other people. And so on Tuesday, we may see that there is an abrasiveness with Pluto in Capricorn against the government structure, hierarchy, intensity. And the moon is really trying to maybe find justice and fairness. And you may see something in the, I mean, what isn't going on in the politics right now, right? Or in social media all over the world. But this may be a day where this is highlighted a bit more. And we really want to be cautious about that. Okay. So just, you know, make sure that you're grounded, make sure that you're tuned into yourself more than anything. Wednesday also looks pretty good, except by now the moon is now transitioned into Scorpio, from Libra into Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. It can be a deep, 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 amazingly passionate water sign, or it could be like an obsessive, you know, creepy crawler kind of energy. But no offense, Scorpios, you know, I love you. On Wednesday, though, the moon is completely opposed. There's a tug of war with Uranus in Taurus. So you may see that, you know, that water versus earth type of energy, deep rooting water with earth that's like, you know, I'm going to stand my ground. Taurus is a fixed energy, and so is Scorpio. So now we have like these two opposing forces. Kaboom! There may be a lot of emotion. Taurus is a loving sign, right? But it both signs, Scorpio and Taurus, are very ruled by loyalty. Okay, so you may find that your loyalties are, you know, at odds with one another on Wednesday, and even in the media, you may find that opposing forces again. So this is Wednesday. And Thursday, I think the only thing that I really want to highlight, because the moon again is an activator and it squares Jupiter and it squares the sun and it squares Mercury. So there's a lot of squaring for the moon, which means that it's going to have more of a bit of a time negotiating with your energy, with your mindset, and even just how you approach wisdom or knowledge as a whole or connection with other people. But it opposes Mars in Taurus. And again, it's an activator. So we may see you know, when we see the moon and Mars and any sort of connection, I always tend to really be a little bit more cautious those days, because Mars is that energy, right? In Taurus, it's that grounded, dig in your heels kind of energy to get things done. but because Mars in the astrology and transit when it's moving around the zodiac, not necessarily your natal chart, but sort of. But anyways, it can represent aggression, anger, agitation. And when the moon activates it, I'm always a little bit more cautious when it does that. And especially when the moon is in Scorpio, because Scorpio is not a back down kind of energy. Like, it's not going to back down, and it pushes and it pushes and it pushes and it pushes Taurus. And Taurus is the kind of energy that's like, I'm going to take it because I'm peace. And then forget you, brother. I'm going to just push you over and you're out of here. And I'm just going to pull you down. So again, there's the capacity for this type of, intense energy. So that's Thursday. Friday, we see, I think the only thing I want to highlight about Friday is that Venus moves into Aquarius, so she's out of Capricorn. However, Aquarius is also a Saturn-ruled sign, like Capricorn is, and so Venus transitions from little fuddy-duddy all the way up, to buttoned up and very practical to more detached. Like, she likes y'all, but she's gonna watch y'all from like behind the screen. There's like this detachment energy that comes along with Aquarius. And again, Aquarius is an air sign, right? And it comes, Venus comes and connects with Saturn and Aquarius. And again, Saturn is that halting energy. It's like heavy, it's like it stops things. So there might be a significant amount of responsibility that's felt when these two planets come together, especially in Aquarius. And it may be responsibility towards other people, maybe not necessarily toward yourself. Maybe you've got projects going on that are having a timeline due, just really connecting with people on a more, responsible, more serious nature is what I guess I'm trying to say. And then Saturday comes along, and Venus in Aquarius now squares Uranus in Taurus. Okay, and again, this isn't always a bad energy. Square energy is not always a bad energy. I don't want to reflect that. It just creates friction that requires us to work through stuff. Okay, and so working through stuff means, yay, I'm growing, or even if it's painful. I don't know about you, but the dark night of the soul has never been fun for me. And that's kind of the energy, right? It's like you have to work to grow. You have to work to get things done. You have to find a different way to maneuver in order to move forward, which is what Venus in Aquarius is squaring Uranus in Taurus. So that's pretty much it for this week. Again, it's a relatively easy, quick week. One thing I do want to notice is that my beautiful friend this morning just made me realize that I have these really cool astrology cards. If anybody's interested in learning astrology, these are some really cool, like, I'm just going to shuffle a little bit here. They're really, okay, so here's the backs to them. Okay, and then, so for example, we have Gemini. Okay, I'm just kind of point some of these out. Libra. Right, and oh, look, we were just chit-chatting about Aquarius. Okay, you're more than welcome to Aries. And then, of course, those are the planets, and we have the houses. If you're interested in learning astrology, I would really recommend these. The book that they come with is this one, and it's got some really good information. I mean, it's not overload, but it's a quick way to want to learn astrology. And the way that you could use these cards to learn is, you just pull one, just shuffle, and then you just kind of pick one out and you try to see what it means, and then you look in the book and see if you're on spot. Nobody is paying me for this bit of advertisement. This is just me. I need to say that because just in case anybody was wondering. All right, so let's see, what card is it today? Oh, Pisces. Yay. To all my Pisces energy, I believe. Pisces, amazing water energy. So again, if you want to learn more about that, tap into that. If you want to learn more from me, or if you want to do your natal chart, just reach out to me at spiritualessence.com. That's spiritual-essence.com. And that is pretty much it for this week. I hope everyone has an amazing week full of prosperity and love and all sorts of good stuff. All right, all. Thanks so much. Blessed be.